Alright guys, welcome back to the channel guys. I'm your host Keishi, also known as the Ashen Lord. Thank you for being here. Today, as the dust has been settled and the emotion has been calmed down, if it comes to the newest Elden Ring reveal, today we're gonna take a very closer look if it comes to what actually is going on if it comes to the newest DLC, expansion, standalone game, whatever the newest DLC is about of the Elden Ring, what it's really about. From everything that we have known so far, from all the reports that we have read and all the testimony from the gamers who actually has played it, we have now a more clear view about what the Elden Ring newest edition is going to be all about. Now, from the first bat, I'm going to tell you guys, this is a game, it's not going to be for everyone. And it is a game that's definitely going to divide the Elden Ring community. It absolutely doesn't matter if you're a veteran into the genre or not, or a newcomer within the Elden Ring itself. That is 100% a niche type of a game that is literally going to divide the community completely in two pieces. Now, it is amazing and it is beautiful to see all these unique characters from our beloved franchise from Dark Souls doing a return itself. That is beautiful and is exciting and it is actually refreshing to see. And all those gimmicks and combat styles that is related to Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Elden Ring, and a new mechanic system is all beautiful. But the concept of the game itself is what is truly going to divide the community completely. And what I'm personally also I'm afraid of where the direction is going to go. Now, first thing first, we are going to focus to discuss what is the newest Elden Ring truly about. Now, the newest Elden Ring is more, you can divide it between a Fortnite/roguelike extraction medieval game. And what I mean by that is that differently from the previous title, if it comes to the Elden Ring and the Dark Souls and the FromSoftware catalog, you have a choice to pick between 8 characters. In this game, they call them the Nightwalkers itself. Very cool and a very Blade-ish type of a name calling. I like it. Now, the difference is that in this game, you don't have any character creation. So they are fixed characters with fixed abilities, with supers, and of course, playstyles are very unique towards them itself. From this 8 character, you will be jumped into a world where you're going to be glided in with your spirit animal that you see from the trailer itself towards an open map that is as Limgrave altered version of it when it comes to storytelling, beats, and of course verticality and leveling design, just to give a little bit of a different feel. From that aspect, you have a goal of 3 days to loot, kill, and survive in towards the world affairs of the Elden Ring itself. And that's 3 days itself. You're gonna have an open world circle. It's always going to go smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Within a time span of 50 minutes-ish, depends on the playthrough itself. Every single time span, every single time cycle itself, and the night area itself, you will encounter a unique boss. And that's a unique boss of it. If you manage to defeat it, will open up access towards a new game cycle to day 2, and you're going to keep repeating that until the circle becomes smaller and smaller, until it becomes a very small circle where you're actually going to fight the end boss of it. Is going to be the Nightreign. If you manage to survive the 3 days, and there you're actually going to beat this DLC, and the loop keeps going over and over and over. If you manage to defeat the Nightreign, you can get yourself relics, and then you can use to enhance your specific character and create your version of a unique builds if it comes to enhancing abilities, health, regen, just name it. You can only get those relics after you defeat the 3 day cycles or so. And those relics are the only thing that is you can retake to a new sessions. Beside that, if you lose within these 3 days, everything is gonna reset itself complete to 0. Now, why is the reason that it's important that people understand this? Because it is very much a roguelike Fortnite-ish type of a game. You have a circle that keeps going down and down. You have a timeline and a time span wherein the match is truly accessible. And everything you need to do within the time span where the match is actually open. That is very much that we know if it comes to this type of a Fortnite-ish roguelike type of a game itself. And that is where it truly divides the community completely. Because if you are a Souls gamer and you are hoping for a standalone story-driven adventure where you have a deeper lore and deeper understanding between the connection of the Dark Souls series, the Bloodborne, and the Elden Ring itself, this is not going to be the case. It is a game that is very much going to be In the near future, they're definitely going to add a PvP element out of it, where it's going to be more and more like in for the Fortnite battle system around it that is engaging and is fun. You have your own audience out of it that are really going to adore this type of playstyles. But for those who are veterans into the genre itself, who love the story-driven beat of FromSoftware itself, that is nothing that we're going to find ourselves at home. Yes, myself, I'm going to enjoy the very first run, but after I've beat it a few times, that is not a game I'm going to spend 1,000 hours to explore even further. This is definitely not the case, and I already know this from my own perspective in that. The second thing that I'm personally worried about if it comes to these type of games is that this is going to be the very first entry within the Souls game itself, where you have an official microtransactions, because we know in these type of games you're gonna have aspects like skins, loots, pay to win system that is really keen if it comes to the Fortnite type of playstyles. That is very niche in this type of games itself. And this game, the Nightreign, I think this is the very first opening, the very first accessibility and path forward from FromSoftware to creating games that have these type of microtransactions and of course pay to win systems, loosely from the FromSoftware universe itself. For those who were wanting to have a pay to win system to the game, congratulations, now you're gonna have a FromSoftware game that eventually is going to be pay to win, and later on the line itself. So that is what I'm really wanted to discuss with you guys, and the very first news update if it comes to the Elden Ring, the Nightreign itself, that you really are aware when it's coming out. Probably it's going to be around February to March of 2025, that you're fully aware where you are going towards to. These matches are always played with 3 people. There's a co-op survival multiplayer as well, and yes, you can play it by yourself, but this game is truly intended for you to play on multiplayer, just like in any Fortnite or any battle royale type of a roguelike extraction game itself. The only difference is this is made on the software universe, the Elden Ring universe, and of course surrounding around the FromSoftware lore itself. Within the time span and the loop you have between day and night, and the daytime you're gonna fight the Elden Ring bosses itself, and the nighttime you're gonna fight of course all the night creatures that's related towards Bloodborne and Dark Souls itself. Therefore you're having of course the Night King has been showcased itself. So there is around 20-ish type of bosses that we're gonna need to counter that loops himself randomly every single playstyle and playtime. So eventually you will know all these mechanics of the bosses if you play it of course on a regular basis. Certain bosses will become repetitive at a certain time, unless of course they add new bosses from the other franchise itself, so it creates an unknowing loop moving forward. And one way I'm very excited to see which direction they're going to go. I truly hope they're not going to bring microtransactions, but keep this in mind, guys, that these type of games, that you know it from yourself, if you play Fortnite, you play these type of roguelike games, microtransactions, loot, pay to win, and buying skins and this kind of stuff are very prominent in the playstyles of these type of games. So keep that in mind as we are discovering day by day, night by night, hour by hour, more about the future of the Elden Ring and the future of the Nightreign. I'm your host Kishi, and I approve this message, and hope you can see you all on the next news updates, and of course a tip and trick walkthrough, and of course and doing my live streams if it comes to the Elden Ring itself. So thank you very much, merci beaucoup. See you guys next time, man. One love only.